before me. How you doing, bro?
How you doing?
You said who's it?
My name's Marshall.
Marshall? Clifford.
Clifford, nice to meet you.
How you doing, man?
So where are you from? I hear you got a southern drawl there.
Yeah, I'm from down in Virginia, man.
Virginia?
Southern Virginia, bro. Danville.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Been there pretty much since I was like 12, 13 years old.
Okay.
Born in Portsmouth.
Portsmouth, Virginia, you said?
Yes, sir. Right over there in the Norfolk area, 7 cities.
Okay.
You know. But yeah, you know, pretty much grew up there. Turned about 15, 16 and moved over to Louisiana. Stayed there for about 2 years, man. You know, went ahead, I got emancipated. You know, got my GED. Went on back down to Virginia. Stayed in Portsmouth again for probably about a year and a half. 2 years went to laying carpet. You know, I'd done that when I was a kid during the summer times, during like holidays, you know, spring break and things like that. I would go lay rug and do carpet work and floor work with some people like that. And for the most part.
How do you end up here? How do you end up from the south? How do you end up in the Massachusetts?
Oh, I come all the way up here now. I've been down in Danville. I've just had a whole lot of issues happen with them. Which I do. I got a house in Danville, but I can't even live in it right now because I can't get lights on, and everything in it is literally been stolen because police cut my doors down there.
Yeah.
But then, you know, that's not the reason I come up here. I could deal with that. You know, I could come back from what they did. But my sister, after my wife died here, she died back
She
here.
died up there, you said?
No, no. I said back there. My wife died over here.
Okay.
Excuse me. But she died back in what was it, July 29th, 2020, right?
Okay. She
passed away. She was 5 months pregnant, and we had 2 kids though. That, you know, still here. God bless me. But her whole family, after she died, they tried coming in and taking the kids. They couldn't do it. You know, my sister had come down during the middle of the process and said she was going to back me up, and she got in like kind of good with the guardian ad litems and all the authority figures involved. And when she did that, after she got in good with them, she turned around, and you know, the whole reason that she was supposed to be there when it happened, that she was supposed to be there like she'd been telling everybody, saying, she turned around and made false accusations about me. When she got turned, they found out that, you know, that's not true. These kids ain't been messing with that. You know, my kids do not respond to me like I touched on them and mess with them the wrong way. She tried to say I molested my little girl.
Oh, terrible.
All right, so they found out they did all these little prods, and you know, they did physicals on my children. You know, prodded at them and poked at them, and found out, you know, that wasn't true. And like I said, this is after I done put all of my in-laws out of the running for trying to take my kids. And she come in and did that. Found out that they found out that, you know, my kids, that's maybe not a total lie. They said they couldn't say it was a lie in a court of law because she might have just been mistaken because of what she thought, and that was just her opinion. And I was like, well, she accused me of this in a court of law and wrote the case and literally made a report about it. And I had to have my kids investigated for it, and they stayed with social services for 3-4 months out of their lives instead of where they could have been because of her accusation. And you know, it turned out that day they was all false. Well, there was no reason. There was no reason for it. Excuse me. You know, for lack of a better way, I don't know how to put it. There was no reason for them to do that. But they took my kids from me, gave them to her, and this after she ended up getting another time in the courts, going for the custody battle. You know, they threw her in jail for contempt of court. And then she didn't come back to court for like 3 more. I had like 3 more cases going. You know, first they told me that I was on drugs. I wasn't on drugs. I passed like 15 drug tests, you know, over a 2-year course. It's been 2.5, 3 years running now. I've been battling for my children.
Yeah.
And, you know, over the whole time, I went through 6 months of supervised probation, breezed through it, I passed all those drug tests.
And that was down in Virginia.
Yeah, this is down in Danville, Virginia. And I passed Chatham, Virginia, Danville, Virginia is where these cases were happening. The whole time they violated their own court order from the original hearing, saying that I could have my kids back off the first time I went back to take the drug test and passed. So I failed for traces of THC. They had what do you call it? They made it where marijuana was only legal, but you couldn't buy it. But if you got caught with it, it was no longer where you going to jail.
It's decriminalized.
That's it. That's the word. Excuse me. It was on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, they decriminalized it. So when she died, that's like
How'd she die?
She died of her heart. She had a heart valve burst in her chest, and it come from where she was born with a leaky valve anyway. But then she had endocarditis from where she had used needles for a while.
Yeah.
She'd been she was 34, 35 when she passed, and she'd been using needles since she was probably 19 or early 20s.
Yeah.
And she'd been getting clean the last 5-6 years battling with it.
Yeah.
But she would go back and slip, go back and slip. Now after we had our kids, she started really coming in and trying to get in and out of that,
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the endocarditis, that stuff works in you. Like it's an infection. Man.
Yeah, it got to her heart. Yeah.
But it ended up what killed her.
So then what happens? How do you get out here on the Ave?
Well, after all said and done, I did all this. They took my kids from me, said that I was on drugs because I had traces of marijuana. I come back, they said if I pass my next drug test, this, like I said, this is like the second, third time I went to court for them. It's still in Danville. They said that I could have my children back as long as I passed the next drug test. Once I come back, I was clean as a whistle. They ended up continuing it because of COVID. Then my kids get exposed to cocaine wherever they put the temporary guardianship on them at, right?
Yeah.
It was actually with her aunt. And her aunt and both of her sons who stayed with her ended up coming up positive for cocaine and methamphetamine.
Yeah.
Then my kids came up positive for both of them.
Yeah.
So they took my kids, put them in protective custody. They didn't even tell me. And we still had to go back to court that February. And they hadn't even told me, man. I found out like the very end of January about that. And so anyway, going through all that, that's about how they've been doing me with my kids. They violated multiple of their own court orders and said that wasn't relevant anymore because they had new court orders, yada yada. But anyway, my sister about 5-6 months ago got custody of my children. They gave her custody. I wasn't even informed of it. My lawyer never even told me. My sister has not told me yet what her address is. Didn't tell me where she took my kids to. Nothing. You know what I mean? And I know for a fact, though, I know she did. She come back up here to Kingston. She's out in Rhode Island.
So your sister's up here in
So I come up here because I can't even file a petition to try to get custody or visitation for my children unless I'm in the state where they're at. I got to go file a petition for them,
Okay.
So they're not in Virginia now. She's done got them enrolled in school up here and all this. So I had to come all the way up here. Competition for my kids, and I said, well, Boston's got a little bit more hopping for it than Kingston, Rhode Island. I don't know if you've been there, but it's it doesn't look like they're going to take too many newcomers,
Yeah. Here they got the resources and all.
Yeah, they at least got something. So I've been up here, like I said, this ain't the first time. I've been in the streets off and on, man, my whole life. I've spent 5 years one time doing it, another about 4 or 5 more years doing it. You know what I mean? Just that's how I was living.
How are you living out here in the street? You're not staying down there over on Atkinson Street.
Yeah, I stay over there at that shelter. I've been staying.
Shelter at Pine Street?
No, I go to the one right here, 112.
112? Okay.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Which one is that? Is that the?
That's the one you just said. The one on Atkinson. That's Atkinson.
Oh, they got a shelter over there?
Yeah, that's what that is. That's where they all set up. The old tent city there. There's a shelter.
Oh, you're staying up. There's an actual inside shelter.
Yeah, man. It's not that bad, man. All right.
I gotta come in there.
I'll stay in the streets every now and then. You know what I mean?
They let you guys in there at night?
Yeah, they'll let you in. You can come in there in the middle of the night if you want. They don't.
They're gonna go through my shit.
They're gonna put it through a metal. They put it through the X-ray thing to look inside.
No weapons in there.
Yeah, make sure you ain't got no guns, and no knives, and nothing vicious. But yeah, but otherwise, they don't do nothing unusual, and that's for everybody's safety.
How are you doing? Like, are you using different types of substances out here?
No, hey, look, I ain't ashamed of mine. That's the only substance I use right there. Right there, and I smoke a little weed, man, if I can, you know what I mean? I can't really afford that too much, man. It's expensive as hell, but
yeah.
I like to smoke a little weed. I'm out here right now. I'm trying to get a job, man. I'm trying to get in through the work program. I'm going through about 3 or 4 different outlets right now that they've told me about through the shelters and just like public plans, like public assistance plans and stuff. I'm trying to get to work, man. You know what I mean? Get some work. But there's not much I can't do, man. As far as like building and construction goes, I'm not certified, but man, I've been doing that's what I've been doing my whole life.
You got like some contact or something? Because I'm gonna put this out there. So.
I'm trying to get a phone. I'm trying to get a phone right now as we speak. But Dad, if you really want a contact number, I can give you one. You can contact and leave her message. It's my older sister. She'll be happy. It's something you want to let me know about. She'll be happy to let me know you called me.
Feel comfortable giving her number out? Publicly?
Yeah, man. She doesn't mind. She won't mind.
Right,
She,
you can give it out right now.
It's 757-784-1978. And Bambi, just so you know, that's me. So there's some voice, confirmation if you doubt them. That's me, Bambi. I love you.
So Clifford, if you ever I can help people get into treatment and stuff. If you ever want treatment, I'm gonna give you my card. You know what I mean? That's up to you. You know what I mean? We try to help people out here.
I don't mind treatment, man, but honestly, like I say, I'm a game mind, man. You know what I mean? I still struggle with the drinking a little bit, but honestly, man, after I had my kids, man, I go weeks. I went weeks without drinking. You know what I mean? Just playing with my kids, watching my little girl run around. That's what I enjoyed, man. It was nothing better. I remember watching my little girl come out, picking her up out of my old lady when she had the C-section. Yeah, it was amazing, dude. It really, really amazing, bro. I said, shoot, it fucked me up in a real good way, man.
Well, me and my camera guy, man, we wish you all the best. We appreciate you spending time with us.
I know, man. Hey, thank you for the time to talk to me, man. I appreciate y'all listening. Sorry if I'm a bit of a windbag, bro. I will, man. Look, you ask me how it happened, I'll give you every...
He knows I am, too, man.
I'll give you every tick along the mountain that I fell down. That ain't no lie.
Well, thank you, Clifford, man. Thank you very much.
Now, God bless y'all, man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
We're out.